Mates don't quite do it. Learning how to communicate that, articulate what you're seeing. That's been the growth of Caitlin Clark throughout her career at Iowa. Some of those early frustrations with some players early. Now they understand what she's seeing. They understand how to move, and if they're open, she will find them.
Caitlin Clark found herself in the spotlight again back in August after picking up her 5th technical foul of the season during a game against the Seattle Storm. The incident happened when she smacked the hoop post out of frustration, though she downplayed it. The referee called it disrespectful to the game. Then, in September against the Las Vegas Aces, Clark's frustration boiled over again when she was whistled for a shooting foul on defense. This time, she struck the stanchion, earning her 6th technical foul of the year. That put her just 1 tech away from a suspension. Naturally, people started talking about her fiery personality. ESPN's Elle Duncan even discussed on her show, expressing concern about Clark's emotional control and how it might affect her down the road. Duncan made it clear she admires Clark's passion and competitive spirit, but said that same edge has sometimes worked against her, even in college. Her advice to Caitlin was simple: cool down a bit and channel that fire the right way.
Martin commits the foul. Clark thought the defender went straight up.
Clark herself admitted she could have handled her emotions better. But to be fair, that fiery drive has always fueled her game, even in practice. If she can balance that intensity, it could become one of her greatest strengths. During a September matchup with the Minnesota Lynx, Clark endured some extremely physical defense, while refs seemed unwilling to blow the whistle. At one point, a Lynx player bumped to the floor, and Clark just lay there waiting for a call that never came. You could see the frustration boiling over. Later, she admitted she needs to manage those emotions better, advice her dad had already given her earlier in the year. In fact, during her Iowa Hawkeyes days against Holy Cross, her dad literally shouted from the stand for her to shut up and focus. Still, Clark doesn't see herself as having an attitude problem. She acknowledged she may have complained too much, but said, "That's not something I'd ever change." After her 5th technical, she explained it was about personal frustration, not anger toward refs or players, and she even believed the calls were biased. The good news is technicals reset after the regular season, so she avoided suspension. But with voices like Elle Duncan's and her dad's urging her to improve, fans are waiting to see if Clark can truly reign in her temper next season.
A lot of people didn't watch Caitlin, I think, in college, at least her whole career. That's very much a part of her personality. In fact, at the tournament, the first game or so of the tournament, it was a point of conversation amongst our guests with Andrea Carter and Shania Glumake, just how she needed to keep her emotions in check, how her team played, particularly well. She didn't play well, but her emotions had really got the best of her, and she acknowledged it. She acknowledges all the time. In fact, Lisa Bluter used to call technicals on her at practice because she gets so fired up. So no, I'm not concerned about her being fiery. I'm not concerned about any of those things, or the fact that she, airs her grievances with the refs. But we're so close, Gare Bear, in terms of the postseason. I mean, we've got a handful of games down the stretch. We've got Chicago losing to Minnesota, and then Atlanta losing to Washington, and Atlanta able to hold.
As a rookie for the Indiana Fever, Caitlin Clark had one of the most historic starts in WNBA history. She shattered records both on and off the court, including setting the record for most assists in a single season. But there was another stat that raised eyebrows. She also led the league in technical fouls with 6 in 2024. Just one more would have meant a suspension. Thankfully, the count resets before the postseason, and with only one game left, she avoided that fate. Clark even admitted her teammates, especially Aaliyah Boston, have been instrumental in keeping her calm. Boston has literally pulled her away from referees mid-argument to prevent another tech.
Acknowledged keeping your emotions in check. So I guess in a tense game like this, tense environment, I guess where does your mind, your competitiveness go when, occasionally teammates, kind of have to come in and redirect you away from the refs?
Well, I didn't think they were going to give me a technical at any point tonight. I would have been really sad for people in Washington, D.C. I didn't want to do that. I tried my best.
Many fans and analysts felt that some of the technical fouls called against Clark were questionable, even unnecessary. With the postseason approaching and those counts reset, fans are excited to see her play with full intensity again, without worrying about more whistles. That emotional freedom could make the games even more thrilling to watch. And you can bet her mom, Nitzy Clark, will be cheering the loudest.
But I don't want to be getting technicals at all, so.
Being a rookie doesn't mean you can't handle pressure. And Caitlin Clark has proven that time and again. With the support of Leah Boston and Coach Christie sides, she refined her shooting, stayed calm under pressure, and delivered when it mattered most. Remember, just one more technical would have sidelined her for a key matchup against the Washington Mystics, but she held her composure and led the Fever to a nail-biting 110-109 victory. In the post-game press conference, Clark showcased her humility and humor, laughing about how Leah has to babysit her on the court to keep her in check. It was a perfect example of teamwork and accountability in action.
Obviously, the scoring.
Yeah,
Is that
it was,
accurate?
yeah, it was definitely fun. And obviously, I've gone against JC for quite a while now in my career. Every year I was at Iowa, she was really good at Ohio State, so I'm pretty familiar with her game and what she's about. And I think she's had a really good year for the Wings. And, she just kind of takes what they give you. She's always consistent. She's always going to step up to the plate and guard whoever she needs to guard. And, happy for her. But, I thought the game was really fun. Obviously, once we got it to 8, I wish we could have kept that a little bit better. We didn't execute really in the half court as well. And when they started throwing some traps at us, we didn't respond to it great. So, I think just executing that last minute and a half a little bit better where we don't have to just go to the free throw line and make a bunch of free throws. I thought we were great at that. But you want to get to the point where you don't have to rely on that too. So I definitely love this type of game. Very high scoring, but our defense.
Clark has shown great maturity in recognizing both her strengths and her team's areas for improvement. She constantly praises her opponent's talent while holding her own team accountable for execution and defense. That kind of balanced perspective shows she's not just focused on winning. She's driven by a genuine desire to grow and help everyone around her improve.
Spot, and I thought that 3 she made there in the fourth quarter was huge for us, and we could have executed a little bit better down the stretch, but I think we just really, really read and understand each other a lot better from where we were at the beginning of the season. The amount of backdoor cuts that girl has got just because we make eye contact and she knows to go backdoor it's incredible. That play we ran to start the third quarter, I wasn't involved in it. I wasn't at the beginning, but we ran that play a million times and it just made me laugh because she's so fast that she gets open every single time. So I'm really happy for her and proud of her.
Even when she's not directly involved in a play, Caitlin's reactions show how much she values and respects her teammates. She's quick to celebrate others' success. Like when Kelsey Mitchell made a brilliant move, Clark's excitement was genuine. Her positive energy and joy for her teammates' achievements reflect her deep sense of camaraderie and leadership.
You get the rookie record, you get a career high. It's a tense game from start to finish. Friday, you acknowledged keeping your emotions in check. So I guess in a tense game like this, tense environment, I guess where does your mind, your competitiveness go when, occasionally teammates, kind of have to come in and redirect you away from the refs?
Well, I didn't think they were going to give me a technical at any point tonight. I would have been really sad for people in Washington, D.C. I didn't want to do that. I tried my best. But my teammates do a really good job of that. They think I'm funny. They think it's funny. So, and then Aaliyah is the one that ends up with a technical. That's the best part about it all. She's the one babysitting me, and then somehow she ends up with a technical, and she didn't really do anything. She was just standing there. So that's what it was fun.
Caitlin has also learned to laugh at some of her own missteps. After one unexpected technical foul, she joked about how funny it was that Aaliyah Boston, who wasn't even involved, jumped in to defend her. That moment was about more than basketball. It was about mental toughness. During an intense game against the Dallas Wings, Clark drew an offensive foul and tensions flared. But Boston immediately stepped in, physically pulling her away from the officials, while Coach Christie Sides backed her up. It showed just how strong the Fever's team chemistry is. Now that the weight of those technical fouls is off her shoulders, Clark can fully focus on what she does best, scoring and leading.
But I think I did a better job. I still thought there was a couple moments there where I could have been a little bit better. But now it's basically over. I don't have to worry about that anymore, but I don't want to be getting technicals at all. So And my mom doesn't want that for me either. And I don't want to pay any more fines. So
Clark admits she's had moments where she could have handled herself better. She's determined to avoid foul trouble. Not just keep her coaches happy, but also her mom. Despite the ups and downs, her rookie season has been a masterclass in growth and resilience. After struggling against the Las Vegas Aces, where she hit just 3 of 18 from three-point range, Clark bounced back stronger than ever. She's now broken Simone Augustus's rookie scoring record, finishing the regular season with 761 points, averaging 19.1 points per game. In one standout performance, she dropped 35 points and 8 assists, shooting 10 of 22 from the field and 6 of 14 from deep. Clark's also made waves beyond the WNBA. She's a 2-time ESPY Award winner, was named Best Collegiate Athlete in women's sports, and made history as the first woman ever to win the ESPY for Best Record-Breaking Performance, a category that existed since 2001. Her journey from Iowa to the pros has been nothing short of remarkable. As she heads into the playoffs, Clark's determination, talent, and leadership prove one thing. She's not here just to play. She's here to dominate. The league better be ready, because Caitlin Clark's story is only just beginning.